Hello and welcome to this session. We are now in the third module of international marketing strategy. We have just seen entry strategies. First choice for a company to go abroad is to manufacture in its place and do exporting. The second option they have is licensing, and then there is also franchising. We had seen what is licensing, what is franchising, and some examples for both licensing and franchising, and what's the difference between the two. Now we would see what is strategic alliance. Strategic, once you have a strategic alliance, then you would know whether you're going to manufacture, joint venture, merger acquisition. So strategic alliances, you could do an entire set of things with strategic alliance, right? So a strategic alliance is an agreement between two or more parties, and so they can strategically decide to whether they are going to do manufacturing of products or only distribution, or they are going to give some expertise. Okay, so what is this strategic alliance? What are the various types of strategic alliance? So you could have a joint venture firm where two companies are coming together. They are legally signing a contract and then working with under certain a joint venture understanding, memorandum of understanding. Equity strategic alliance, when two companies own certain percentage of the ownership. They normally say 40%, 60% ownership, like that. So capital, what is the capital structure by both the companies, how much have they given money. And then you can have non-equity strategic alliance, where they don't have money, but then it is a contractual arrangement for manufacturing. Then global strategic arrangements, where they have companies across various borders, and then they are having investments outside the own country. Okay, so this is a diagrammatic representation. So you can have a strategic alliance for a new startup company, or you can have a joint venture. Joint venture is 50%, 50%. Two companies are coming together with capital. The strategic alliance only for after sales service. That is, if aircrafts are generally sold from the manufacturing unit, and after sales service is given to. So that is a strategic alliance for after sales service, only for marketing. So my product will be sent and you will be only doing the distribution. Like this, you can have a strategic alliance only for research and development for various components. Like for instance, in India, R&D development, especially for computers, is done in a vast number. Strategic alliance, they call it a captive company. So they invest here, and then they do strategic alliance, and they do only R&D here, because the cost wise it is much more effective, right? So what is the process of doing a strategic alliance? So you set two companies or three companies come together, partners are there. Structure of alliance, whether you are going to put in capital or only for marketing, or whether you are giving the know-how, what is it that two companies are planning, and then re-evaluate and then sign your agreements to get into the strategic alliance. So if you look at the advantages and disadvantages, why would two companies strategically align? So it is an easy market entry strategy. For example, Hero and Honda. So Honda had all the expertise to manufacture bikes, but they did not enter into Indian market all by themselves, because manufacturing know-how itself is not sufficient. So when they came to India, they had a joint venture with Hero, and they learnt from them all the distribution aspects, advertising aspects, cultural differences between the countries. And after they were successful, then they said, okay, we will be on our own now. We don't need Hero now. So Honda will come on its own, and then we'll do, because they had learned these things. So joint venture, alliance, easy marketing entry. Shared risks, but if you don't know something, you can because the experts are of course the local people. So Hero knew the market, how to do business, what is the culture of the Indians, what are the procedures in terms of money, banking, all these things they learned. Share risk, shared knowledge and expertise. So after Hero learned expertise in terms of Honda's manufacturing techniques, whereas Honda learned other marketing aspects but for production from Hero, like that. Shared knowledge and expertise, synergy and competitive advantage. So now both of them are competing against one another, Hero and Honda, but earlier they were together. So until you get your knowledge, you have some partner instead of competing. So that is your advantage. So disadvantage, if you see, what happens is after a long time, both the companies will want to play on their own expertise. They want to become independent. They will not be in a joint venture situation. They will come out of it. It's okay. Different motives and conflicting objectives. So you will have, each one will have their own way of running a company. So these strategies won't gel. Time consuming, culture and language, that is why they come together. They come together to learn all these things. Mistrust in collaboration, and generally there is differences of opinions. These are the the disadvantages of strategic alliances. So next we would see what is we have seen what is a strategic alliance. Then we would see what is contractual labor or contractual manufacturing, right? So this will take some time. There is a website in Bombay. They do contractual manufacturing for a lot of products. So we will just see in this what is contractual. We would start with this and go to explore the website and other things in the next module. Okay, contractual manufacturing is production in a foreign market by a local producer. Okay, manufacturing, why would you want to go to another country and do manufacturing? Cost benefits. Okay, a company which is manufacturing computers or televisions, they have the know-how, but then the cost is extremely high in the advanced countries. So they always look for Asian countries, the BRIC nations, the developing countries to come and set up their firm, because the labor cost, the setting up cost, everything is much more competitive. So they would want to do a contractual manufacturing to get the advantage of pricing. Okay, so till this we would see, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of contractual manufacturing and how it would go on, would cover in the next aspect, next session. Thank you.